everyone, it is another day, Halloween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton. Today we are actually going out, we're on the hunt for a different video that's going to be out here in the next couple of days, but I wanted to do a special hunt today, a special Halloween hunt and haul. We're going to be doing a Bath & Body Works special today, essentially. We're going into Bath & Body Works. I heard they had Halloween that was coming out today, so we're gonna go check it out. Then I had ordered some stuff online, and then whatever we get in here today, who knows where the spooky wind will blow us, but whatever we get in here today, we'll do a little spooky haul. So we're pulling up right now, and Mr. Skeleton, I'm so excited to see what they have. I'm not sure, so what I don't know is I've heard two scenarios. One, that this is the first launch of Halloween, and it's more cutesy kind of stuff, and that there's another launch coming out with more in-your-face Halloween stuff. But then I've also heard that that's not happening. The second round isn't happening. So I don't know what to believe at this point, but either way, we're here to check out the first round, see what we can find, see everything in the flesh, see what we like. So here we go. We're going to go into Bath & Body Works. Halloween Bath & Body Works, here we come. Looks like a full-blown vampire blood display again this year. And then here is the Summerween display in all of its glory. And then the new ice cream float this year. All right, everyone, we saw the spooky displays at, I almost said Michael's, and then I almost said Home Goods. Bath & Body Works. What are we even talking about today? We saw the spooky displays at Bath & Body Works, and I look forward to them every single year. And yeah, a couple of them were kind of cutesy, Frankenstein's Sweet Shop or whatnot. And then they had, I'm just going to start with the glorious vampire blood display, because there's a special place in my heart for bats and spider webs, and it was all the things. It was this red and black gothic, which is typical of vampire blood. Usually a red and black theme with the spider webs and the bats and the red and black and just bats everywhere. I love everything about the vampire blood display every year because it's such a vampy vibe, but they also had the cutesy version of it with the bats. And I actually didn't, of all of the cutesy packaging on the candles this year, of all the ones, the vampire blood is my favorite because the bats are so cute on it. But they had the hand sanitizer, they had the soaps, they had the lotions, they had the body wash, they had the whole vampire blood extravaganza. And then they also had the cute little plug-in with the coffin and the bats, and it has a little heart. I feel like this would be a really good vampy Halloween vibe. If you decorate for Halloween and you're going vampy, I feel like this would be a really good collection as far as plugins. Like if you're doing like a little bathroom or even just anywhere. Well, plugins can go anywhere, but I feel like they're most visible, at least in my house, in the kitchen and in the bathroom. And they had the melting, it's like an oil slick looking skull that's melting, or looks like it's melting into the table. And this piece in person, I liked this piece better in person than online. Online, I wasn't super impressed, but in person, it's really pretty. And my mom was dying to get this piece, and so I got it for her birthday. But I had to tell her not to get it. What else did they have in this area? They had the coffin. Oh, they had this cute little gift set that was really cute in this bag that had little bats, embossed. I don't know which one you call it, where it's kind of, the bats are kind of popping off the packaging. They also had the car little clip for their car scents with the bats all over it. And yeah, it was a cute little goth looking display. Anything else I'm missing I'll show here, but I believe that was all there was to see here. And then they had a full-blown display for Frankenstein's Sweet Shop. It was a huge display and had all the cutesy stuff, all the candles with all the cutesy designs, and the soaps and the body washes and the whole thing, and all the different packaging. They had Ghoul Friend. They had, what was the other one? Ice cream float was on the other table. Can't remember what the other one was in here, but it was a bunch of the cutesy packaging, like the lavenders and pinks and that kind of thing. And they had some black cat items. They had a black cat pedestal with an orange bow, and then they had some other cutesy little black cat things, like a little black cat car scent clip thing. They had a black cat little coin purse looking thing, and did they have the, was it a I know they had a plug-in, but did they also have one of those Pocketbac holders? They also had this other design that we saw online that had the spider webs and a bunch of different little cutesy things like jack-o'-lanterns, brooms, things like that. And then they had the little tiered cake candle stand thing or candle holder thing that was cutesy and pastel. And they also had all of their plugins, or most of the plugins in this area. So they had the cabinet, the cute little cabinet that was way cuter in person, super detailed with all the little potion bottles in there and a little witch hat. It was super cute. And then they had a little ghosty, I think holding a pumpkin. They had was it a cat? They had a black cat. And what was the other cutesy one? Oh, the little sweet shop. The Enchanted Sweets or Enchanted Shop, that's their little spooky house this year. Was there a cauldron? I believe there was a cauldron. And I didn't see any plugged in though, so I didn't see the projectors or anything, but they looked really cute. And then they also had the pedestal that was the ghosty with the eyelashes holding the pumpkin. I wish it didn't have the eyelashes so bad, but there it was. And then anything else I'm missing I'll show here, but lots of candles, soaps, then the plugins, the pedestals, all the cutesy stuff in this area, all the pastels, and the packaging, all the cutesy packaging. Then they had another little area that had the pumpkin carving soap and candles. I'm still waiting for the day we get a full-blown pumpkin carving display, where we get in-your-face Halloween displays. I want to see it, Bath & Body Works. I want to see a Halloween display, orange and black, classic Halloween. I want to see it. Maybe one of these years. They had the candle, they had the soap, and I think they had a little hand sanitizer. Same thing with the green apple cauldron, green apple cauldron, I think is what it's called, where they only had the sanitizer, the soap, and the candle this year. And the candle looked really cool, but dang it. They don't have the body lotion or the spray this year. I'm heartbroken. I'm hoping they come out with a round 2 and give us the lotion, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. They also had the little cauldron Pocketbac holder, and what was the other Pocketbac holder they had? The ghost, and the little frog that I showed you guys in another video when I did my little unboxing, when I got that early Bath & Body Works launch. They had the little frog, little toad guy. They also had the toad plug-in with the hat. It was really cute, and the toad pedestal with the bow on the hat, which you know my feelings on that. And then they had the cauldron tray where you can put all your little body lotions and sprays and stuff in the tray, but it kind of comes up like a cauldron and has a bat on it. They also had the cauldron soap dispenser holder thing that was really cute. And then they also had the ice cream float stuff. So they had the body wash, the sprays, the candle, all that kind of stuff in this area. And yeah, it was more of like that lavender color scheme over here. And then you know what I didn't get a visual of that I'm kicking myself over? I did not get the Frankenstein hand pedestal visual. They had one left, and somebody was looking at it, and then I meant to loop back around, and I never looped back around. So it was there. They also had the Halloween bags this year. They had the Frankenstein, and was there a skeleton? Or what else was on there? Little spooky characters on there. They had the Frankenstein socks, like the little fuzzy socks. And was there another Frankenstein guy thing? I don't know. But either way, we saw all the spooky goods, the Pocketbac holders, the candles, the body wash things, the lotions. We saw the plug-ins and the car clips and all the things. So we saw Bath & Body Works Halloween in the flesh, and I always appreciate a good spooky display, so I can't even be mad about it, even though most of the stuff was not my style. I am going to do a haul because I did get some things, but I will say this is the least I've bought from a Bath & Body Works Halloween collection. Usually it sucks me in, and this year it just doesn't go with a lot of my themes. So even some of the stuff that I liked, like the skull that melts into the table, the rainbow stuff doesn't really go, like the oil slick doesn't go with a lot of my stuff, and so just a lot of this stuff didn't really go. Could be really good for Halloween, but a lot of the stuff I like to buy from Bath & Body Works, since it is a higher price tag, I like to keep out all year round or have as an option for all year round. So that's usually what I look for. But I did get some things. So I got some plugins, and what else did I get? I got some soaps. I did get some stuff. So we'll do a proper haul. And I did get a pedestal. So I'll do a proper haul when I get home. All right, hey everyone, we're back home. Figure we do a little Halloween Bath and Body Works haul. Some of this stuff is from their online launch, and then some of this stuff is from today. So anyways, let's start with the big guns, this guy. Because this guy in the flesh is beautiful and it's really heavy. Per usual, Bath and Body Works, I feel like their quality, especially with their pedestals, always impressed with it every single year. But this guy, it's an oil slick skull that looks like it's melting into wherever you're putting it. Looks like it's melting into the ground, table, wherever. And I got this for my mom for her birthday because my mom, well, first of all, I love this piece. I love everything about the skull and the melting situation. It doesn't really go with any of my themes or really, it's just not really my style, the color scheme, but it is so far up my mom's alley because she is a colorful ghoul. She loves Halloween. She also loves color, bedazzlements, anything and everything. We are totally different when it comes to that. But then she likes the scary animatronics too. She has a bunch of that in her house. If you've seen her house, she does scary decor too. But this kind of stuff in her bathroom, like her little powder room, like guest bathroom, this is the kind of stuff she puts out, and it's gonna go perfect with her hearse from last year and her little witchy hand she got from last year. This is gonna go perfect with all of that. So I got this for my mom for her birthday. This was $34.95, and then I had 20% off. So I got 20% off this guy. And then I also got, okay, let's talk about the plugins because I got some spooky plugins. Oh wait, I think one's still over there. The first one I got this, and I'll plug them in and show you what they look like in the flesh. But I got this little toad guy, this little magical toad with the witch hat that has the cutout moons and stars in the hat that light up. I thought this guy was so cute. I love the little toad things they did this year. I even love the pedestal. I just didn't love the bow on the hat on the pedestal, but this guy's so cute. And then I also got the little Pocketbac holder. If you saw that video where I did my first little Bath and Body Works haul, where I got their TikTok shop, they put out some early release, and I got a little set that came with the little toad Pocketbac holder. But this is the plug-in, and he's even cuter in person. I didn't snag him on the online launch, and then I saw him in person. I was like, okay, I gotta get you, or in the flesh. Anyways, also got the cabinet. I wasn't gonna get this guy because it's got a bow and a heart and it's cutesy, but in the flesh, it is so detailed. It is so good. I couldn't resist. Let's get a close-up of this guy, and then of course, I'll show it lit up. With all these spooky things, you've got a crystal ball, a witch hat with a potion book. You've got all the potions everywhere, and this is just, it's so detailed. Can't wait to see this lit up because I did not see it lit up in the stores. Frog was $16.95, and then I had my 20% off, and the cabinet was $32.95, and once again I had the 20% off. So then I got this guy. So every single year I collect the spooky house plug-in from Bath and Body Works. If you've been around here for a while, then you know. And this year it was just so cutesy. I was like, I don't think this is gonna go with anything, but I can't just not get it because I collect it every year, and I really wanted the one this year. So I got it thinking about Halloween because this would be the perfect piece for a little Halloween bathroom, little powder room, guest bathroom, little area. So I got this guy. This is the spooky house this year, and it is definitely cutesy. It says Enchanted Delights. And per usual, the quality is beautiful. The detail is amazing. And there's a little Frankenstein's monstersy over here sitting in the cafe eating a little sweet treat, I'm guessing, I don't know. A coffin door, all these little details, and it has a projector that projects on the wall that has a bunch of different spooky, cute things like skulls and bows and ghosts and cats and all those things. But yeah, at first I wasn't that excited about this piece, but now I'm actually seeing the detail. First of all, it's beautiful. I knew it wouldn't disappoint, but I'm also excited to have it for Halloween because I don't have many spooky pieces for any sort of Halloween bathroom or Halloween decor. So this would be perfect. And I'm kind of running out of outlets for all of my Halloween pieces or my Halloween plugins. So I've been having to give some a rest, get some out. Some stay out all year round. But this guy, he's going to be going out for Halloween. So we'll have to do a little Halloween bathroom this year. I'm really excited about that. All right, let's move on to Pocketbac holders. And the Pocketbac holders at Bath & Body Works get me every single year. They're so cute. They're little, and the prices are usually good. So they get me every year, not gonna lie. Got this cauldron one, and if you watched my last Bath & Body Works haul, my Halloween, like the early Halloween haul, I got the little toad guy, but then these guys do all of the things. I don't think the toad does anything. It doesn't light up or make noise or anything, but this cauldron, look at this cauldron. Let me see if I can get a good visual of this guy. Oh my gosh, this cauldron has a bat on it, and then it glows all different colors. I don't think I pressed this in the store. I just showed it, but I didn't show the activities, the paranormal activities. No, not really. And then I also got the ghosty guy. Okay, stop focusing on my face. Get the face of the ghost. Little ghosty guy holding a pumpkin. And this guy also lights up, I believe. Wait, are you gonna light up? Wait, here we go. Here he goes. He's so cute. Just a little ghosty guy. This is what I wish the little ghost, the ghost pedestal looked like. The one that they have, and is it lighting up green now? Or no, it's glowing in the dark. It lights up and it glows in the dark. I love everything about this. I guess I didn't really read the description. I just saw a ghosty holding a jack-o'-lantern and I was excited about it. But I wish the ghost, the pedestal ghost, looked like this instead of having the eyelashes and the hearts. I wish it was more like this, but beggars can't be choosers. Maybe a different year. This ghosty one was $9.95, and how much were you? $9.95 for both of these. Super cute. Okay, I also got some soaps. This is the last thing I got. I think it is. I got some soaps. I got 2 of these Wicked Vanilla Wood soaps. Once again, got these for maybe a Halloween kind of look because I liked the, it's almost like a little Frankenstein skull, and then it has a little frame around it and some hearts. And then the Wicked Vanilla Woods, the fragrance notes on this: magical vanilla, glowing amber wood, and enchanted pink pepper. This one has that perfect mix of vanilla and musky. This is such a good scent. This is one of my favorites. Every single year I always have to get a soap of this, and every time I put it out, whoever uses it, they're like, that smells so good. What is that scent? So I had to get some of these. And I also got a candy apple cauldron, and it has a cauldron with the bow, and not my favorite packaging, I'm not gonna lie. This is, I definitely don't want to be a Debbie Downer when it comes to any of this stuff, because to each their own. For some people, I know you're gonna, what one person doesn't love, another person absolutely loves. So I'm not here to rain on anyone's parade. But there's something about the candy apple cauldron and the pumpkin carving. I feel like those two this year were an afterthought. The whole thing. The soaps, the candles, and they didn't even come out with body products with those two. So I feel like it was just a whole afterthought in general. And last but not least, I got this one, this ice cream float soap, and it has the spider. I actually don't mind this packaging with the spider and the eyeball and stuff, but it is a little blurry. Interesting. Or maybe that's just my eyeballs, I don't know. So, and I actually got this soap to go in our Halloween bathroom and go with the plug-in, because it's a whole lavender feel. So actually we're looking for a lavender Halloween or Halloween towel is what we're looking for. If we see one out there. If we have to go with pink, we have to go with pink, or I might just do black and white. I talked about the fragrance notes when I did my first Bath & Body Works haul, but I'll say it again just in case you didn't see that video. The fragrance notes on this: fizzing cola, frightful vanilla float, and spooky sugars. It definitely smells like a vanilla Coke. Like if you open a vanilla Coke and you smell it, I feel like that's exactly what it smells like. I know some people either love it or they don't love it. I'm not either one. I like it enough for me. Anyways, that's it for this Halloween hunt and haul. I just wanted to take you guys with me as we checked out Bath & Body Works, checked out the spooky display, the Halloween 2025, I believe, or at least there's Summerween 2025. There might be a Halloween line. I still haven't had that confirmed. Like I'm hearing both. That yes, there is a Halloween coming. This is just Summerween, but I'm also hearing, no, this is what we're getting. So I don't know. But if there is another Halloween, like a round 2, which we usually get a round 2, I don't know. I don't know what we'll see in round 2. If we're just gonna see a restock. I kind of thought maybe we'd see another Stranger Things line. So I don't know what to expect, but You know we'll be out there on the hunt. If there is a round 2 Halloween Bath & Body Works, you know we'll be there to look at it. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments, what you think of the packaging, the themes, your favorite pieces, all that kind of stuff. Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, anyways, oh yeah, and let me know what you picked up. Like, let me know your little haul. Leave it in the comments if you got anything from this line, and let me know what you think. Yeah, anyways, thank you so much for hanging out here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.